See if it starts. Testing. See if we started streaming. Hello everybody on Instagram. My buddy has a Corolla XRS. Love that car. I'd take it over to 8th gen any day. You know what? I really should have also some music going on in the background. So give me another window here. Put it on the second screen over there. Let's get some smooth jazz. Cool. Get that playing. Awesome. All right. Hello from the notification gang. Now, if I was smart, I would have checked to see what I called the stream. And I don't think I changed it. I don't think I changed the name of the stream settings. Let me go to view channel, regular frames, drain and cut. Yeah, I need to stop this stream and try again because I forgot to change the name of it, and I can't change the name of it while it's streaming. So sorry, I need to stop streaming and try again. So I need to stop streaming. Start streaming. Let's see if it starts again. Thank you, Instagram, for sticking with me as I talk my way through the steps to start this stream. Okay. Has the stream started again? Yes, okay, we're good. Yes, okay, we are good. Title is right too. Title is right, confirmed. Thank you for that. Cool. Right. So I think I can change that and pot down the background music a little bit. That's fine. All right, thank you to everybody who's watching on Instagram down here on my phone. For people on YouTube, I'm pointing at my phone. There it is. People on Instagram can stick with me just for a little bit as I go get a beverage for myself. People on YouTube, unfortunately, you only have audio here to work with for a little bit, but the people on Instagram can follow me. I have a number of chores to do before we can get to streaming. One is to fill my water bottle. Two is to check on my chicken. And I need a pair of tongs. 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 Flip that. It's only on simmer for now, because I'm the only one in the house. My roommates left. Not that they let me know when I'm burning stuff anyway. I need water. I need water. I need water. I need water. You notice that I keep saying the same thing over and over again. That's called brute forcing your ADHD. If you keep saying the word of what you're trying to do, like a mantra, you can't get distracted by your own internal monologue. Does anybody else like that? Chat, does anybody else have an internal monologue that just doesn't shut up? Like you're trying to have a conversation with something in the background, and your brain is like that teeth character from Amazing Digital Circus. What's his name? Kane. And that's all you hear in the background is like that guy. Imagine that. That's what it's like to be me. That's why I think I'm more funnier on paper than I am in real life. Welcome to the bar. I may drop you guys for a little bit because I just need a beverage for myself this evening. So, what do I want? Well, I need a glass. Here we go. I need some ice, which thankfully I have 2 cubes of left. But if we're doing whiskey, well, I should take that ice back. Nope. Just like M in Goldeneye, I prefer bourbon. So we're doing a healthy pour of bourbon. Tasty. And turn off the lights at the bar. Have a swing of mongoose juice. Hey, you know about it. Yeah, the mongoose juice. That's Irish vodka. Let me save that for special occasions. Okay, Brian. Remember, the bourbon isn't for quenching your thirst. It's just for staying loose. So that's what you're gonna do. Hello, says someone doing their laundry. Oh, happy you're getting stuff done. That's very good. Right. I think we're ready to start this stream. Proper. So, good evening, everybody on YouTube. Changing this right now. Edit. 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 Car submissions. regularcars@gmail.com. Did I spell submissions right? I don't think I did. Submissions. Yeah. Submissions. Submissions. Plural. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right, cool. I think we're good now. Love the hotel core decor. Now it's my office. I need more decor in here, to be honest. All right, thank you everybody who's watching on Instagram. You can find me at Regular Cars on YouTube. The stream is going right now. For everybody on Instagram, there's the chat. You're gonna have to go to Regular Cars on Instagram. That's where we're hanging out. Everybody who just joined on Instagram, you need to head over to YouTube, Regular Cars on YouTube. That's where we're streaming. So I'll see you there. What do you put in that many cabinets? Files, sex toys, camera gear, more files, batteries, notebooks, and empty camera bags. The Strong Bad hoodie, yeah, this is an original, 2003. That's how old this hoodie is. So everybody who's talking to me on Instagram, you need to head over to Regular Cars on YouTube. That's where the stream is going on. That's where we'll be able to talk. So I'll see you on YouTube. Head over on the YouTube. I'm ending it now. Thank you so much. Talk to you on YouTube. Bye. All right, YouTube, it's just you and you. The Bill Cosby stare? Yeah. All right. Let's find out what's up with this Bill Cosby stare. Bill Cosby fatherhood. Interesting. Vintage nationwide number best deluxe paperback Bill Cosby fatherhood. What do they want for this? $4. Well, there it is. How old? What a thing to see, oh my God. Yeah, what was going on just before this? Actually, those wheels aren't too bad. Oh, they're Miata wheels with tires that are, they may be kind of old. Are they cracked a little bit? I don't know, for $100, $250 OBO for all four wheels in 96 Miata 4x100, pretty good. But the two up front have damage from when I bought it. So, okay, your tires are trashed and your wheels are curbed and you want $250 for all these things. Well, maybe someone will pay that, right? I think that's really expensive, says Mom's Jambalaya. Yeah, I agree. I do think that's pretty expensive for four junky 4x100 Mazda Miata tires. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Just had to get up so I have some notes to take. I know it does it for you, but I'm gonna be manually keeping track of super chats. So you can buy 4 daisies for less than $100 on Mike's Miata parts. Oh, cool. Vaver says, I just booked my appointment at the DMV, regrettably becoming a car driver soon, sad face. Well, why is that a sad face? Do you not want to drive? Look at this little Yaris. Look at this little boy. Oh wait, that's clean. It's an automatic, but that's not too bad. Someone wants reliable transportation for under $5,000. He gets 210,000 miles, but that'll go another 100. This is a good little boy. This is a good little boy. Little Yaris. Little putt-putt. It's awesome. Mom's Jambalaya says, I was gonna ask, do you actually remember me? I asked you a few months ago about running a Beam MP server under the Kunkelman name. To be honest, Mom's Jambalaya, I'm afraid I don't remember you. I'm so sorry. No. I mean, Beam MP, you mean Beam NG? I have no problem with that. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, someone said maybe 250. You know, I've been looking for an SR400. You know, after we did the 2 motorcycle giveaways, I kind of wanted an SR400. And there was one that popped up to sale, but it sold really quick because it was only $2,700 and had low miles. I really shouldn't be buying anything right now. I don't know why I keep looking over here. You guys are over here. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be buying anything right now. So, but, you know, I get the itch every summer to buy a motorcycle. And I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I have to live under my porch. I didn't plan on having 4 cars again, but here I am again. 1 car in the driveway, 2 in the garage, and then the 3rd somewhere, also in the driveway. Plus, my roommates have 2 cars, so we're filled up already, and now I want to add a motorcycle to the mix. I gotta go put my snowblower back in the shed. Kunkelman Chevrolet, we have your wife. Yeah. I like It's the Costanza. I recognize that. Everything's for sale. That's the Price Master. Oh, there's a Radical Death 400. This is what my buddy Kay has. This is a 2-stroke oil burner, and the guy wants $7,000 for it. Yeah. A CB400 Super Sport, 1975. Yeah, that's sexy. The guy wants car prices for it. I mean, it is cool. All of this stuff is great, and that's a garage bike. That's not something for living inside. Is jerky leather a car option? Sorry, East Coast won't get that joke. Yeah, East Coast, I don't think that'd get it either. Hi, if I may ask kindly, this is Joseph Pink Studios. What is your honest opinion on the 1961 to 1963 Ford Thunderbird? Okay. So you're talking about Gen 1. No, Gen 2. No, Gen 3. The third gen. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, that's the jet set. Yeah, I think that's neat. Yeah. I would fuck with these. That is pretty cool. What are the engines in these? Is it just the FE block again? Engine is the 390. Oh, they don't put anything smaller. It's a 390, which is decent, 406 or 427. You only get one speed, and it's the MX, not the FMX, the MX transmission. So it's going to be kind of torquey. Did they do 4 barrels on these things? Yeah, no. I think they're good. The Landau top's a little weird. It kind of visually, the hard top's better, where it's like body matched. I think that's the best looking one. Yeah, I like those things. Would I own one? Well, I have my Galaxy, so no, I wouldn't need to own one of these things. Oh, fuck you. Look at that. Right there. Right there. Oh, boomer aesthetic. You couldn't have just put normal door lock toppers. You had to put the dice there. Ugh. I have very strong opinions about trans people. When you put dice in it, it's like I'm a dumb guy and I want to be involved in car culture and I don't know what to do. It's like the guy who just gets involved with furry culture and thinks he can just touch everybody. That's it. Like, you put dice in the... There's more dice in the mirror of your frickin' Thunderbird. You put dice in the middle of your... That's a rant. If you put dice... I ought to write that down. Dice in mirror... rude to women. There it is. That's a short. Yeah, if you put dice in the mirror of your classic car, it means you tell women to smile. It's like, this is the complete old dumb guy behavior. And in my opinion, it's completely repugnant. Dice in the mirror. Yeah. I'd take the dice for $1,000 off as long as it has jerky red leather for kids. Hey, Mr. Regular, it's the kid from the car wash. Okay. We spoke last year about a car meet at the car wash. I don't remember what car wash. I've been promoted to site man. Oh, that! Yes, I remember what that is. I've been promoted to site manager and got my first car. It's a 2001 Buick LeSabre. What do you think? Great, good. Just an old GM sort of thing. It's fine. Yeah. Dice hater? I am a dice hater. What? You're a gambler? The fuck does dice mean? Oh, I like to play games of chance. Am I trying to think too much into this? Do the dice mean, oh, you know, we may die out there? You know, dice is like a socially acceptable symbol of rebellion from the fucking 50s? God, you suck. Confused car guy, dice off the bumper, balls on the mirror. I would find that funnier. Yeah, put the balls on the mirror so you can look at nuts the whole time you drive. Hey. I have a note here in my window that says only look at Marketplace. I'm done with Facebook Marketplace. All right, I'm done. Facebook Marketplace is fine. I'm done with Facebook comments. Like it auto posts my stuff from Instagram to Facebook, but the Facebook comments is just this new masculinity males, like regressive masculine males, that everything is a threat to them. So they're just mean all the time. Now I'm mean all the time, but I'm funny. They're not. It's just the guys who, you know, the guys who impregnate a woman, right? Impregnate a woman really, really fast and spend the rest of their life worrying if their kid's gonna be gay. That's it. Pro tip, ever wanna get Mr. Regular upset? Just pull out some dice of any kind. Yeah. Lexus RX 400H. There's an Altezza, but the wheels are stupid. Sal says, I've been off Facebook since July and love it. Yeah, it's good. I got Facebook on my phone, but again, just for Marketplace. God, the Altezza is great. Beams engine, perfect. Such a fantastic car. You gotta unfuck those wheels. Baby seat. Baby seat, you see a baby seat in the car? Take $2 grand off the price immediately. Baby seat in the car, $2 grand off. You know they need to sell. They just tip their hand right there. I love that. In fact, can I record at the same time Yeah. Okay, if you see a baby seat in a car, I'm looking at an Altezza right now. If you see baby seats in a car on Facebook Marketplace, that means you can take $2,000 off the price immediately, because that person just tipped their hand, right? They have to sell. They have this little pile of screams and snot and poo and piss. They need diapers and they need to sell their JDM car. That means you're gonna get it at a bargain. I don't hate the guy for having a kid, but if he wanted to keep, his price is $14,000 for a 2000 Toyota Altezza. Okay, that's pretty much what it would cost to land that thing here from Japan if he imported it. But if you want to get the best price for your JDM car, take your baby seat out of it. Because the single guys know what that means. You have obligations and you are flexible on the price. Come on, don't insult me. You're making this too easy for me. Just take the baby seat out of the car. What else did you do wrong here? Engine good, great shot. You got a bullshit Chevy S10 in the background, and you have weeds and you have shit overgrowing on your fence. You didn't trim your fence. I can lowball you because you have other things going on in your life. Okay. Just double checking, make sure our camera's still going. There it is. Okay, cool. You can, if you get the DJI Action 5, you can record. You can tell it to record and stop by your DJI mic. So you can just hit the link button and it automatically stops and starts. How much super chat for you to lowball someone on stream? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, we do have a super chat here. Had dice in my car at 16, had state trooper force me to remove them and he threw them out. Yeah, I mean, they're big things that block your vision. They're impeding your vision. They're stupid. Love the channel, Vids and Vibe. I'm between making a bad decision on a Celica GTR4, oh that's nice, or an S2000, ooh. Thoughts? Or wild out on a manual Toyota Serra. You're gonna be disappointed by the Serra. It's a boring car with awesome doors, and I owned one, so. I currently rock a 5-speed 95 Geo Metro and an 89 Camry V6. All right, ditch the Metro, keep the Camry. All right. A Celica GTR4. Both of those really good. I love the Celica, but an S2000 is fun all the time. You know, honestly, if I had both of them, I would baby the GTR4 and I would thrash the S2K because it can take it. And that's what it's for. So yeah, the answer is the S2K. You're gonna like that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna never not be fun. Plus, now, if an S2K deserves to be in a garage because it's a soft top, right? If that thing's gonna park on the street, that's another thing. If it has to live outside, then you're buying the Toyota. If you got a garage to park it in, then get the S2000. Thoughts on the first gen and second gen BRZ? My thoughts on the first and second gen are the same of all of them. They're great. It's a slightly bigger Miata. That's what it is. They're fantastic. I need to go check on my chicken. I'll be right back. Checking on the chicken. Be right back. Checking on the chicken. Checking on the chicken. Checking on the chicken. Chicken is nicely sizzle in. Chicken's doing fine. Turn down the heat a little bit. Honestly, I think get rid of the Son of Mouse Fitzgerald 29 something or other. Just checking our levels. Levels good. Okay. Just recently got a 2000 Ford Explorer Sport. Okay. It's the 4-liter V6, 55 RE 5-speed auto. Ooh, that's cool. It's a manual. I'm gonna lift it. Oh, gay. And now I have to fix my door lock actuator and hinge, so now she parks in the garage. Why are you lifting it? It's gonna look stupid. I mean, it's your car, your canvas, but I think for a car like that, it's not worth it to lift it. I mean, I guess, I would be less angry if you lifted a Jeep, because it's like, whatever. Or a dime a dozen. But this thing's kind of like a little bit of an oddball. I'd pretty much just keep it how it is. Unless you're gonna, you didn't tell me how much you bought it for. Unless you got this thing for like $1,000 and you're just gonna turn this into like a sand rail or something like that, fine. Yeah. Would it be heresy to dunk pan-fried chicken into blue cheese? Says Eric the Gypsy. I guess. I really should have this camera over there, because that's, you know, where I'm looking all the time. But I'm also looking right here at the screen, so I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you when I look over here to look at the chat. But I have this gigantic monitor in front of me, and it's kind of hard to find a place to put the camera. I don't know, I just like higher ground clearance. Well, why do you like higher ground clearance? You're messing up. See, when you make a truck higher, you fuck it up. It's not gonna drive the same. What you're doing is you're saying, I know better than the manufacturers who made this, and I know we're talking about Ford here, like what do they know, but you're taking an exploder from the era where they were rolling over, and you're gonna make it more rollover prone. I mean, these things were not meant to be lifted. They're short wheelbase tiny trucks, SUVs or whatever. And they have really soft suspension, and now you're going to add more physical leverage to those springs and dampeners by raising the body up higher. You want higher ground clearance to do what exactly? To drive over curbs? It can already do that. This is not a strongly built SUV. I mean, it's not going to drive as well. It's going to be tippy. It's going to be wonky going on and off ramps. Now, if you're honest and it says you just like the way it looks when it's lifted, fine. That's your answer. But understand that doing that is going to, and there will be consequences that are going to be part of your life. And they're yours, and you don't get to avoid them. So if you roll the thing and you get into an accident, or you find out that this thing suddenly understeers, or you get the speed wobble, or it never stays in line, fine. Go ahead and do that. But understand, It's not gonna drive better, and it's not gonna ride better when you lift it. It's only gonna get worse. You should really only lift stuff when you run into the limitation of stock height. Yeah. You submitted my bone stock 350Z Nismo to the email. Thoughts on it gaining in value down the road since it's the last manual naturally inspired Z? Maybe. I think the Zs will always have value, but they're always gonna live in the shadow of like JDM Toyota stuff and like Soarers and things like that. They're inexpensive and they got that going for them. I kind of put the Z car as like the Japanese Mustang. They'll always have value and people always will like them, but it's not gonna be a down payment on a house. Young Barley 3757 says, remember the guy who asked you on Instagram about the Outback Wilderness? Well, I bought it. I'd love to drive it out to you to sometime this year if you'd have me. I'm interested. You know, it's right here on the screen, my email. Just send me an email about that. Yeah. I've done 4 lift kits on Jeeps I've had for 30 years. I can mathematically contest what you said. Okay. You think a Jeep drives better when it's lifted? Now, if the Jeep is going off-road, now, okay, Jeeps are shit on road. Jeeps are generally terrible vehicles. To me, Jeeps will always be compared to 4Runners, and that's an unfair comparison. You're dealing with a cheaply made vehicle meant to appeal to fragilely masculine men, versus an expensive 4x4 meant to appeal to suburbanites. They're two different things and they're not equal. Okay. And also, to me, all Jeeps will be compared to TJs and YJs, the ultimate versions of them. Because they're uncomfortable, but they're super fun off-road. I was driving through weeds. We're like driving on abandoned highways when we filmed one up in Centralia. I love Jeeps. And here's why I'm so nasty on Jeeps. This is how I'm gonna confess. In fact, I should probably roll on this. Oh, was I rolling the entire time? Fuck me. This is why I'm so mean to Jeeps, is because I love them. I grew up loving them and around them. And not only that, my uncle owned a Chrysler dealership in the 90s. I'll even shout it out. His buddy Bob Outen bought it. It's County Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. That was my uncle's dealership. And I was the nephew who would just run around the dealership, free reign. That's how I got into cars. So I love Jeeps, but I got into them at their absolute peak. The TJ. And then after that, now the YJs were still hanging around, but after that, I just watched them become mall crawlers. They got wider, they got taller, they got more expensive. They had a dumb V6 in that. Now they have turbocharged 4s. I mean, I love turbochargers, but they lost their character of being inexpensive, honest, unthreatening, friendly, easy to drive, easy to work on, honest vehicles. And to me, Jeeps now are dishonest. They're for people who just go around and say, oh, I would have served, but. That's what they are. Their image is just cloaked in total performative masculinity, and they're aggressive while the TJs and YJs never were. They were meant to appeal to just normal people, not people who were weak. How do you like that? Dee-doo-doo. Jeep needs to put a Cummins in the Wrangler and bring back the Comanche. Comanche kicked ass, yeah. Join the Jeep up. Damn, Mr. Regular, you're so lucky. I was fortunate that my uncle owned a dealership. But the one thing I couldn't touch at Uncle Bill's dealership, the Viper. The one Viper, you know, the Roadster, the convertible. It was, of course, red, and it was behind velvet ropes. You couldn't get near it, and there was, of course, printed out pieces of printer paper from the office saying, don't touch, don't go on beyond this. Yeah. I knew someone in the Army with a 93 Cherokee 4-liter. It pissed oil in the barracks parking lot. Well, that's doing what it's supposed to. I need to go check on my chicken. We had a super chat, but did I answer it? Oh yeah, it was $1.99. I'm just keeping track of all of them. I'm writing them down as I do them. And of course I do, super chats are widely appreciated if you are so inclined. I am, is the music level okay? That's a sexy bike. I need to go check on the chicken and get some vegetables going. I should really have like something going on in the background. But do you think that's really important that I have like extra stuff in the video frame? Is that really necessary to hold people's attention, to have like a film strip going on, or just some sort of animation? Is that necessary? Oh, this is sexy. Look at that. Our sub $10,000 FJ Cruiser is great. Oh, super chat question. Thank you. Question, what do you think of the new Honda Accord SE? Thank you for the content. Thank you, Eliza. I appreciate that. The new Honda Accord SE, like the current Gen 1. I mean, I like how this guy. I like how we've gone away from angry headlights. It's not really angry, it's just sort of a clean line there, isn't it? I haven't got a chance to drive one. I'm sure it drives completely inoffensively and will probably last a long time. They're probably, I wonder if they're all turbos now. Oh, they have a hybrid. Whee, 360 spin. Yeah. Overview, hybrid, 190 turbo, yeah. And you get the electric motor, that you get 200 horsepower. It's an entirely cromulent 4-door sedan. They're doing, yeah, you got actual knobs, look at that. You got actual knobs. ...2006 Toyota Camry or 2006 Honda Accord. Do you want to beat off with your right hand or left hand? Ben Hardy. That's the answer. They're both fantastic. The Epic Gypsy says, uh-oh, the police are at my house. I don't think they like my dice comments. Oh man. Off-road vehicles feel like the Achilles heel. Yeah, I mean, you got that battery to deal with. Which is weird because, you know, having that instant torque is good for off-road, but... God, look at this Unk bike. Beautiful. Oh, what is he doing, AI shit? Oh, fuck you. This guy posted an AI video. Yeah, wonderful. Awesome. That's cool, dude. I really want your Goldwing now. Because it turned into a... What the hell? What exactly? It turned into a Harley Davidson, or is that a Yamaha V-Star? What exactly is the end game with that? Oh, I think it's kind of neat, says Roman Diplomo, or whatever it is. What does an Electra have to do with it? Yeah. What? I just think it's neat. What, am I not allowed to do stuff? It's like, well, okay, here we got a Jeep with a price of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at all the stuff. Look how much I suffered for my Jeep. That's another thing about Jeep guys. When they go to sell you their Jeep, they have to tell you how much they suffered to own it. As if that's gonna melt my heart and give you way above MSRP for your still rolling project. That's another thing about Jeeps. They're like classic cars. They're always breaking. They're built like shit. SEK 50, what is that? I'm guessing it's probably $1, whatever the exchange rate is. You've had classic JDM and classic American. Could you see yourself importing a classic Euro car in the future? Cute little French or Italian, maybe. You said Euro. Now, from my American standpoint, I keep thinking the UK is Europe, and technically it's not. I'm a sucker for the 6th and 7th, the Mark 6 and the Mark 7 Mini Coopers, the one with fuel injection. Technically not Europe, is it? It's a British car. Someone suggested a Citroen. There's no... Yes, okay, the answer, yes. Peugeot 206. Yep, that little bubbly thing. If I had to import any Euro car, it'd be a Peugeot 206, a little French car. That's what I'd like. I'd take one of those. Mr. Regger still needs to check on the chicken. Thank you, Mr. Prior Analytics. I'm gonna go check on my chicken. Chicken is doing quite well. And I'm going to microwave some vegetables to go with it. I cannot drink too much tonight because I need to be on my A game tomorrow. Monkey nuts. I know what's going to happen when I eventually go into an old folks home. I literally am going to be the guy. Okay, I got a story time for you. Wait, let me just make sure you guys can still hear me. Can you guys still hear me? Could you hear me when I was out there cooking stuff? I want to see how far the range is on this little mic there. Can you hear me when I'm cooking stuff out there? Like, when I was out there, could you hear me? Yes? Okay, cool. Because I got a story to tell you about old folks' homes while I'm out there putting vegetables in my bowl. So, I was part of the youth, like, in church as a little kid with the UCC, and which is United Church of Christ, which is pretty much, I think, Unitarian these days. You know, part of what we would do is there was a place called Rest Haven that was right behind the church. Rest Haven is a, you know, it's an old folks home, but as, you know, What's Good 24/7 said, it's one of those old folks homes that is, you know, pretty much an old people jail. It's like where you go when you have no money, and I think they just got money from the state. It was my first interaction with dementia. Because at the time, you know, I was a little kid, so my grandparents weren't old yet. And I couldn't understand why the old people were just making old people noises and like talking gibberish. And there was one lady who would just sit in a room and just yell help over and over again. I'm like, why is nobody helping her? I'm like, well, she's just going to say that. And I think what we were doing, it's such a weird thing. I mean, I guess they thought it would be nice. I think we're going to go and say hi to them today. And that was Sunday school. It was an odd experience for a little kid because you're seeing the end of life and it smells wrong in there. And I think maybe they found a way to steer us away from the old people who were, you know, the profane old people. But now I sort of understand the old people chanting thing, because sometimes I do it when I'm just by myself and I need to reset my train of thought. I end up saying something disgusting like monkey nuts. I'm gonna be that old guy in the old folks home who just says monkey nuts because it's funny. I'm even laughing at it right now, the delivery of it. Or so poop again, you know, my poop songs. I'm gonna be that guy in an old folks home, and then there's gonna be little kids from the local Sunday school coming by and like, oh, that's Mr. Ryder. He sings poop songs. He sings songs about. There's going to be some like Sunday school teacher in a yellow dress. She's wearing flats. She has maybe topaz bracelets on. She says, "Oh, that's Mr. Ryder. He sings songs about going to the bathroom. Sometimes I poop and then I read the paper and the story on the front page is about me pooping. I am a magnate. I am a magnate. Tomorrow never dies." I'll have a reference there to like 90s action movies. You kids know who Pierce Brosnan is? Here's who he is. And then I just fart. Ah. Shaken, not gay. So I'm waiting for my audio is fine now. Mr. Regular, you're breaking up. Oh, okay. Pork rinds, pork rinds. Oh yeah, that's Mr. Regular. Audio is getting spotty. Okay, so it's this little microphone right here trying to get through 2 rooms. So that's why I was doing that. You'll end up in a Your Mom's House podcast. I wish. I listen to Your Mom's House. I did my race car training at the same place Tom Segura did there it is. At the same place Tom Segura did, Harris Hill, when we're going to have 2 bears racing. I mean, Tom Segura was on the Smoking Tire, but I'm not that popular, so oh well. Yeah, me too, says that. I like Tom. Yeah, it's a great show. Him and Christina, it's always good. I listen to it when I'm at the gym. Okay, I know what someone's doing. They're doing the, you just need to stop going, no, no. Last year I bought a 1997 Toyota AE11 for $500, and I've been doing it up ever since. The 5-speed, the 4A FE are bulletproof, even if it does burn a fair bit of oil at 2,000 kilometers. Should I turbo it? Yeah, why not? The car doesn't owe you anything. See what happens. Watch it burn less oil with a turbo. You get it so hot, everything swells up. Seals itself off pretty good. Someone else says, hell no. I say you should. I mean, the car's done. If you've never turboed a car before, ugh. I don't know why this bugs the heck out of me when I'm looking at, like, old cars, like cheap cars, and I just see the blown out seat. You know, it's one thing changing seals, getting new exhaust, but fixing seats, it's just rough, man. Now I'm just looking at my Facebook reel, which I hardly ever do. I don't even know, why am I doing this? I'm just gonna get angry. It's just stupid. Oh, there's Glenn Rhodes that I met briefly. Ex-Pawn Stars co-star turns GoFundMe for 6-figure medical bills. Oh, motorcycle spill in Mexico. I miss the hikers. Even though I complained about them, they were good guys. I posted a dashcam video to YouTube for the police to use, and the dashcam channel stole the video. Well, what do you think was going to happen? Why am I scrolling my feed? This is stupid. Stop doing that, Brian. Okay, I have to go... I have to go and I have to go and get my vegetables, put them in a bowl. So, scroll your Instagram feed. Do I have to log in here? I do, don't I? Oh, can I just go here? What is Instagram web? What the crap is this? Someone just texted me. Yeah, no, I'm not, no. Scroll your fur affinity. Yeah, you want me to get banned from YouTube? Oh, that's the code they just sent to me. Oh, okay. Don't share it. Yeah, I'm live streaming, okay. Is there rules if we see someone die on reels accidentally? It's just blob shapes right now. There's nothing on Instagram that really grabs me. Oh look, here's an 88 Cutlass. Yeah. This thing just screams like matinee movies with your friends. Look at that. 2 ashtrays in the back. So 2 out of 3 of people in the back seat of this car can smoke. Yeah. What's that little Beetle for 12,000? Little Beetle for 12,000. Beetle or beater? Beetle. Beetle. I'm not seeing a beetle. Oh well. Up, black one. Oh, generous super chat. Thank you. Black Rebel 1234 says, thanks for the Jeep video and Jeep rants on this live stream. You put into words what a lot of us were thinking. Do you think there are any quality products coming out of Stellantis? Let me just write this down here. 20. Let me go think about that. You're gonna lose me. The audio is gonna get choppy for a little bit. Do I think there are any quality products that Stellantis makes right now? I haven't driven their EVs. Quality. Like, you say quality, and I don't think we can, I think the answer is no. I think you can make, like, not that shitty. I think that's the answer. Is there any not that shitty products that Stellantis makes right now? I mean, Cummins Dually. They do things that pretty much no other car will do. If you have a business where you need to tow stuff, that's your answer. Your Cummins Dually. But is there anything worth exchanging for money? You know, it's a real You know, it's a real case of oy vey. I don't know if there's anything Stellantis is doing that is worthwhile. I'm legitimately trying to come up with, you know, we did the van that's really a Citroen, that's really a something else. The Amazon van that isn't the electric one by Rivian, right? That's like not, nah, they always break down. Charger, I guess. I mean, I guess the Charger and Challenger aren't that bad because they existed for so long that problems have already been discovered. Does that make sense? I think that's an answer. Vavor says, thoughts on a 96 Sebring convertible, low miles, West Coast car, no rests. Brought it from my mom a few years back, but she doesn't drive anymore. Is it worth bringing back east? You can do a Michael Scott impression with it. He drove a Sebring in the office. Apart from that, I don't know. Oh, super chat, thank you. If you had to choose a Honda mini motorcycle, which one? So what, either the Grom or the Monkey? Is there two of them? Right? That's it, right? It's the Grom or the Monkey. Do I want a Grom or the Monkey? Probably the Monkey. It's got classic styling. I think that's my answer. Oh, hi, Mark. It says, oh, Trail 125. Oh, that counts, the trail bikes? Well, then let's go up more. Of course, yeah, the Trail. Bigger engine, I can drive over stuff. It'd be fun. I thought you were talking about the little ones. Ruckus or Metropolitan? Metropolitan. Metropolitan's faster than the Ruckus. The Metropolitan, even though it's the sort of funky women's or gay one, I'm gay so I can say gay, it's lighter because it's mostly plastic. The Ruckus has that tube frame, bigger tires, and more shit on it. It weighs more. It's slower. That's your answer. Unless you're gonna big bore the mini Ruckus, right? Yeah. Yeah. The Metropolitan's great. I want some more alcohol. I need alcohol in my glass. So I'm gonna get some alcohol at the alcohol club. Going to the bar. You know, I will say, having a bar in your own house makes me drink less, because it's an effort to go to the bar, and you're upfront about what you're doing, right? You're drinking at home. You know what? I think I am going to have a Trident, as in the gum. This is a drink that we discovered one night when friends were here. Where's my bitters? Orange bitters. Fireball. I think we're using vodka, but now we're just going to use wild turkey. And to that, we're going to add a Diet Coke. All right, so we've got Wild Turkey whiskey, orange bitters, Fireball liqueur, and as our base to it all, Diet Coke. When our powers combine, what you get is a drink that tastes like Trident gum. Mmm. Vapor says, go to Fine Wine and Good Spirits for some Damons. What's that? Regular, you should try a Saturn with gin. I don't know, man. Every time I think of gin, it's either going to be tonics or martinis. Tasty. And it'll make an airplane go 1,400 miles an hour in low gear. I'm not sure what that means. Man, I wish Tony were here. Talk about planes. We could do a man, that's my most recent thing I posted was the manual Taurus. Do I have old videos on here? Reels? Oh, here's where I got tossed around. This was supposed to be in a video at one time of me at like back playground fighting championship. I was supposed to play a guy who just did the windmill move. Oh, but I don't have the other one with his friend where he just like taps me out. Oh, that's dumb. Is this all the reels I have? I guess that's it. Now talk about me missing riding motorcycles. This is me. One of my happy memories of many happy memories from New Zealand is riding a CB400F that we didn't get here. Along one of the many coast roads in New Zealand. Oh, this was so wonderful. This was just delightful. It was a wonderful day. Where were we? We were somewhere. I think this is one of the first filming days, so we were closer to Auckland than Wellington. Yeah, we were in the Auckland area. And Eric the Gypsy says, I gotta hop on Marketplace on my end and find that beetle is eating me. Yeah. Thoughts on late 90s Saturn wagons? I love them. I love the wedgie ones from the early 90s more. But I get you. Imagine just riding on for hours on this coastal road where the air is clean in a way you never knew air could smell. The water's clear. It's just oxygen everywhere. New Zealand will make your mind slow. In a good way. Is that the Commodore Peninsula in New Zealand? I don't know. I don't know. I know they shot some commercials on this road. And now we're coming into a little village. I hope RCR will go on enough that I can return to New Zealand someday. There's me standing up on the pegs. But really, I want to go back to Australia so I can be fair to both those countries. I'm going to go back to Australia probably when the Orange Man has gone away. And hopefully someone will go in that doesn't make Americans look so bad overseas. That's really all I want from a president. I want to go overseas and not be hassled and looked down upon because I like to be liked. And I feel bad that When I went overseas, I had to do it and answer questions about the Orange Man. I didn't like that. When is RCR coming to Washington State again? I don't know. I have friends who live in the Seattle area, and I'd love to come. But like Australia, it's a question about money. And I don't know when or if or how. The big thing is I just bought a house, dude. What I want is a Pacific Northwest motorcycle trip. But I don't hear much from my friend Riley, who has a bike, and she or they, depending, hasn't gotten back to me. But because my plan, before I bought the house and before I have obligations to this building, was to go to fly into Seattle and just buy a bike there. And I don't know, ship it home or whatever. Have you ever tried writing for Road and Track or Car and Driver? I have, and I did. I was a stringer reporter for Road and Track, and I don't know if I submitted anything to Car and Driver, but it's just a question of time. Dirt biking is sick as fuck out here. Okay, out in Washington State. Yeah. Oh, this is from my old neighborhood when there was a house on fire. That's pretty funny. That was when, yeah, this was like a really, the house was attached to some other house, and it was just like, when I talked to friends in the neighborhood, they said, oh yeah, that's like the second or third time that house caught on fire. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. This is some old ladies talking, and I pulled this like glitchy file. I had an old standalone analog to digital recorder, and I'd like to get a new one, but it was part of like old videotapes, and the woman who's gesturing and talking, that's my grandma. But I don't recall who the other people were. And that's it. Meth House? Dur, that's not a real flyer, that's AI. Yeah. This is one, like when people ask like, who are the most famous people you know? I only know like 3 famous people. Was your grandma uppity? I don't know. Anyway, when you ask, do you know any like famous people? I know like 4, and 3 of the 4 all know each other, and I'm only like tangentially like related to them. This was just Ian Finance. I paid him to just be on the show one time. It was very reasonable. I think if I ever wanted him back, I'd have to pay him 10 times what he asked for originally, because his career is doing well, and good for him. I mean, I listen to his show all the time. I'm a big fan, and it was wild just to have him on the show. I feel bad that I didn't let him, whip the Fox body around, but he was a guy. He's such a good guy. He's all the way in Berg. He has an open invite anyway, but he's got touring. He's got his new show now. So Samp628 says, I'm typing at a famous person. I'm not famous, dude. I'm a low-level YouTuber. I don't even have 1 million subscribers yet. But I'd like to thank you for thinking so. I'm a low-level YouTuber who needs super chats to go have fun, right? That's where we are right now. Gil3490 says, have you ever tried stand-up? In college, I did. And as I later discovered, my dipping my pinky toe into performing arts fit the mold of everybody who tries. You go up from the first time, you kill. You go up the second time, you die. And that's what I did. And dying, being told to wrap it up by someone heckling you, oh man, I just like, oh okay, sorry, and I just left. It was open mic stuff. And that was it. I never did it again. That was in college. If you could punch anyone and get away with it, who would it be? What do you want me to get? I know who I'd like to punch and get away with it. I'm not telling you. He knows what he did. And what he did to one of my closest friends. So no, I'm not telling. You'd have to pay me $100,000 for me to go off on this guy. Will Downs, hello Will Downs. Would you ever play music on college radio? Well, I did when I was in college radio DJ. I'm getting sick of commercial radio using my FM transmitter because Chevy Cobalt. Yeah, well, I mean, you can listen to, what is it? It's 88.5 or so. It's WXPN Philadelphia. That's Temple University's radio. That's what I listen to when I go out. Vectron Music says, it was cool when you went on the Adam Friedland show. I loved Cumtown, but it was relatable when you told Nick you weren't sure how to riff like them. It must not be that easy in person. No, it's not. Adam Friedland and Nick Mullen and Ian Fidance. They're all professional comedians. Their minds work different than you and me. They're fast. They're so fast. Trying to hang with them on mic is like trying to run a race with Olympic sprinters. You're going to lose. They find connections and associations and callbacks that you just miss. It's humbling to be in their presence. And I know I'm gassing them up like that, but I love stand-up comedy because I can't do it. In the same way, I love watching the Super G events on the Olympics because I can ski, but not like that. I'm kind of funny on paper, but I'm no stand-up comedian. I like being in the presence of true comedy. And I have a friend of mine, Corbin Jackson, who is an open micer who's faster and funnier than me, and who just dabbles. The gap between me and Corbin Jackson is greater than the gap between Corbin Jackson and Adam Friedland. That's how, time on mic is. It's like the gap between you and me and a amateur fighter, like an amateur MMA fighter, is greater than the gap between that MMA fighter and, like a Stipe Miocic or a Mighty Mouse, or a professional MMA fighter, or someone who's actually won a belt in something. Anyway. Have you been skiing this year? Yeah, this was a good year for skiing. Skied a few times, skied in suit, it was fun. Season has been trashed out west. Yeah, I hear that. It was a great year for the East Coast. I love how you guys are just looking at my Facebook page. That's a great picture. Like this picture right here. And by the way, I'm still taking super chats if anybody wants to be so kind. The girl on the left is Corey Walton, my housemate in grad school. And what she's doing, Brian, I would say disgusting stuff all the time in college. Just to make her go, Brian. I miss Corey. Corey, come visit. You're out in Phoenix right now. She avoids the East Coast winter and then moves back to Wilmington. I miss Corey. Aww. Gay Sex Command Center. Is the bag still a hat? The bag, I forget what that means. V. Vaver says, alrighty, I think it's my bedtime. Have a good night. LOL. Probably see you tomorrow. Also bringing my best spit. Yes. Can't say what they're talking about, but tomorrow is going to be, we're filming a very, very fun video. Dr. Tomato Spaghetti says, with $15,000, should I buy one versatile car, Outback, etc., or two separate cars, like a little electric one and a big old stinky van? I mean, you can do a lot with a van, right? You can haul junk, you can do a lot of stuff. It depends. Do you have ambitions to do side gigs? If you want to do side gigs, you need a van or a truck or a flatbed. Van you can do a lot with. If you're doing like side gigs and hustling, then yeah, get the van. But if you're just going to work and stuff, just get the fucking Outback. Thank you for the super chat. RJW says, I apologize for eating on mic. What kind of bike would you get? Oh, another super chat. Thank you. Yoshi. What kind of bike would you try to get for a West Coast riding trip if you had the play money? Also, have you been able to ride a CBR 1100 Blackbird yet? Okay, second part first, yes. When we did our car meet, and thank you for the super chat, it means a lot, RJW. When we had, am I still on? Yeah, okay. Just so we just said CBR 1100 Blackbird. It's an amazing bike. I need a good picture. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that. The CBR XX Super Blackbird. Oh, thank you for a super chat, Mr. E8561 for 2. Thank you. I did ride one of these things briefly in Toronto when we had our car meet with Straight Pipes? The Straight Pipes, right? The guys in Toronto, right? Yuri. I got a chance to ride it. I liked it. It's a big, heavy bike. I'm not sure which one I like more, this or the Suzuki Hayabusa. I mean, there's no way around it. A Hayabusa is a touring bike. It's long and it's easy to ride. But this is a carbureted bike. It's one of the last super fast, modern carbureted bikes you can buy. I don't know if I'd want to own one. I'd like to have one for a little bit, but it's the absolute swan song of carburation in super bikes. So, yes, I did get a chance to ride one. And what type of bike would you get for your West Coast riding trip? If you had play money, easy. It's the one, okay, before this live stream started, I almost bought a motorcycle on Facebook Marketplace. There was a guy local to me selling one of these. This is what I want to buy. And if there's some like tech oligarch or a broligarch out there who just wants to give me like $4,000, This. Look Look at the boy. Look at this guy. Oh, one lunger, one cylinder, one 400cc cylinder. This is the Yamaha SR400. It is a single cylinder, fuel injected bike, but kickstart only. Yeah. This is as old school as you can get and still be modern. Look at that ancient engine that has fuel injection. I love it because, you know, it's kind of like my crazy taxi, my Galaxy. It's an ancient thing that has fuel injection now. So yes, you gotta kick it. There's no way you cannot look cool starting this. You have to kickstart it. So you have to get it right. And also, if you stall this thing at a traffic light, you look like a fucking yutz. Because you can't just hit your starter button and go again. You gotta hang on, you gotta pull that, kick it over again. I love it. It's just that little bit of fear that's gonna force you to, and it's like classic styling, but just enough modern. Oh, it's so beautiful. Someone give me money, right? That's what I'd ride all around the West Coast, and I'd bring it home. You can get these things in most places. Some of them, people mod them, and they get rid of they put the dumb little LED turn signals that no one can see, and cars will run into it. No, I just want it how it is. Nice little trumpet, single exhaust, don't put anything dumb on it. Maybe a windshield. Put a little windshield. Look at that. It even comes with fork gaiters. Look at that. There's fork gaiters, like an 80s bike. That means no bugs or rocks and shit are gonna hit the inner tubes of your forks. How cool is that? And it's got a center stand to make changing the oil easy. It's a bike made to be worked on. All you gotta, and I'm old enough now that I don't care. I can clean carburetors, I can work on them, and I don't wanna do it anymore. This is what I want. How much are they? How much though? They're $4,000. $4,000. Sometimes you can get them for less-ish, yeah. These things are like what's a car that's really hard to get a hold of because everybody just keeps them? What's a car that used? See, that's the funny thing. New and used, $4,000. Yeah. Someone says an Audi 90, a car that they just that they forgot to stop making, like an Audi 90, and everybody who buys them loves them and doesn't get rid of them. Like a Camry. Well, you can get Camrys, you know, come and go. They're not fast. It's not a fast bike. It is a city bike, but it'll go on the highway. It's not like it's a 250. Any thoughts on the new retro-styled CB1100F coming to the USA? Oh, I love it. They did it already before, the CB1000. It's been here. I haven't ridden one. I'm sure it's fantastic. I mean, we had that Nighthawk 750 giveaway. I'm sure it feels exactly the same. A nice smooth bike, but I'll tell you what, I love parallel twins and I love one lungers because they're just so expressive. The pum 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 pum. That's how I'm gonna look riding it. Look how tiny it is. Allow ads, go fuck yourself. Go have sex with your hand. That's how big I am, that's how tiny the bike is. But I don't want a big bike. I just want something that goes around and yeah, it's fun. I don't need to go fast anymore. Something that I don't make anymore, I catch the rest. Like a 240Z, yeah. Yeah. NSX Camry, so yeah. The size is what gives us, it's just a motorcycle. That's all it is. You know what? It's the equivalent of slow car fast. It's that. That's all it is. Slow car fast. You wring out every single gear. You need all the power it has. Someone once says they want to do a Dumb and Dumber mini bike run. Yeah. Okay. And some people like to flat track race them, do that sort of stuff. I admit it doesn't look bad. But, you know, this thing's made to be comfortable. Oh, the EU versions of it. I love that paint job. Yeah, that's cool too. I get an NX 125, Honda NR 750. What's that look like? Honda NR 750. Oh, 760? 750. Yeah, that's a 90s bike. Oh, it's a V4. So it's Interceptor style. Yeah, that's a complicated bike. It's got those two, rams coming around the fender, fairing there. I like it. Ugh, already my back hurts looking at it. You know, when I had that Ducati, when we did the Ducati giveaway, it's a sexy engine, but when I had that Ducati giveaway, it was the only way that thing was comfortable was at 90 miles an hour. Feelings on adventure bikes. I like them. I don't think I'd ever go on an adventure, but I love they're tall. It's like riding a bar stool. The Honda Translap or whatever it is. They're big. I've always liked touring on bikes that aren't meant to be touring bikes. And by that, I mean my GS 500. Don't know if I'd ever buy another one though. Goldwing, well yeah. The Epic Gypsy says, random question for everybody. Okay, how do we all feel about the Honda Silverwing? You talking about the scooter or you're talking about the bike? Because they're two different things. Oh wait, let me go back to Facebook. Yeah, there's the scooters and then there's that John right there, which I owned one. Not in that good condition, but I think I may have it in pictures. Fortnite did an awesome visual on the Silver. I love Fortnite, yeah. Oh, recently Dominic posted, almost 2 years off the road, it's back. Yeah, his daily driving, badass Marauder that he keeps driving. Yeah, love it. Titties. I don't know who Michael Miller is, but I have one friend in common. It's Dylan. Yeah, okay, whoever you are. I'm sure I know who you are. I want photos. Well, there's my GS 500. The orange one, that was my, no, mine's the red one. I did own an orange one, but not like that. That's me and my friend, Justin Romali. We went riding together. See how my bike here has fork gaiters? Because I wanted to protect my forks. I missed that GS 500. I sold it early on in RCR. It's a 93. Oh well. Love that bike. Leaked a little oil around the base gasket, but fun machine. You need to review a Honda Ruckus. Yeah, I do. You want to see me in marching band? There's me in marching band. These are some old photos. There's me in college, flipping off suds and such. What are forks on bikes? Sorry, I don't know much about bikes. That's okay, Guy. The forks are your front suspension. That's it. You used to have pictures. The pictures were easy. Oh, it's under my albums. Okay. My Ithaca bike trip. Adventures. Oh, there's, when you said adventure bikes, I did have a dual sport for a while. What is that? A Suzuki DR350. I had that. I rode it around on trails without, you know, a permit or whatever. Did some working on it in my parents' patio like that. With my dad's ratchet set, with the ratchet sockets just sitting out like that. Nah, I miss that. No, actually I don't miss this bike. I got rid of it pretty quick. When I was in Pennsylvania, I drove by my old school and it got a glow up at half. Holy shit. Yeah, what school was that? Do they have the ADV 750 in America? I don't know. Mom's dishwasher makes a great parts cleaner. You did that? Nice. There's an old picture of me. I'm still wearing the same glasses as I did in this picture. That was when I sold cameras and I worked in a photo lab in a mall. The store is still there in the Wyomissing Mall in Reading, PA, or you know, near Reading, PA. It's the Berkshire Mall in Reading, PA. Look at that hair, man. That's when look how big my hair is. It's all like wavy and curly. My hair was amazing. God damn. Hair today, gone tomorrow, right? Did you ever develop pictures of the devil? Not sure what that means. The Berkshire Mall, says Rafflecopter. Yeah. Any thoughts on Janus motorcycles? I'm not sure what Janus motorcycles are. You still got an indoor mall? Yeah, the mall's still there. I look like my old band teacher there. This is my friend Yaku Milan from South Africa. This was like shortly after graduation in my old room at my parents' house. This is my buddy Joe Runciman. I wonder what he's up to these days. See, if I look at old Kutztown pictures, I'm just gonna get so nostalgic. Rather have your dream car or have your old hair back? No, I'd rather have my dream car. I'm still me. I'm just balding. That's just how it is. The good news about balding is that you don't care about your hair anymore, so you just buzz it. That's it. You don't get carded. You're not sexy anymore. You don't have hair. Janus makes modern cycles with classic styling, and they're controversial based on oh, so they're built like crap. Okay. Chrome dome shine. Yeah, it happens to all of us. Here we go. High school, 1999. 1999. I wish I could go back with my brain and just start saving money, to be honest. I could tell endless stories about all these pictures. But I'm sure these pictures would just be interchangeable to all your high school pictures. I'm glad I saved them at least. But these are pictures from the 1990s, where there was no technology, there was just us. That dates it. No one in the ski picture is wearing helmets, because we didn't back then. The quality of these photos makes me feel nostalgic, as it does to me, Guy Yoshi, as it does to me. Would it have been as fun of a run-up up until this point, though? I'm not sure what you mean, Nick. Would it have been as fun of a run up until this point, though? What if I could go back, like with my mind now, and like not have my mind atrophy? I don't know. A lot of what makes me who I am is, and I know this word gets thrown around a lot, was based on the trauma of being in the closet for 40 years. So that's like a waypoint for my personality, right? I don't know if I would be able to write the way I can write and be quick with a pencil if I didn't spend so much time alone with nothing but me in a small town in rural Pennsylvania. Will you sign my yearbook? Feelings? Yeah. I guess I don't have old videos in there. I guess it's just reels. Isn't that interesting? I would like, well, should really hydrate, right? And by the way, if anybody feels generous donating with super chats, it would be wildly appreciated. Every little bit counts and every little bit helps RCR to continue. I'm just gonna, I have a goal in mind for super chats tonight. I just want to see how close I am to reaching it. $1.99 plus 5 plus 1 plus generous person with 20 plus 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2 equals, okay, so we are at, so we are there. Got a little bit more to go. How far off? Halfway. I have a game I want to buy. I recognize that, oh, there we are. It's 5. Thank you so much, Leo Toskoy, 1794. Thoughts on EVs simulating gear shifts? Who's doing that? Is it Stellantis? I'm thinking of trying the Ioniq 6N. We saw one. Myself, Tony, and Veronica, after we shot some footage of Tony's Fiat Multipla. He owns one of 3. There's 3 in the country, and my buddy Tony owns one. It's Crazy Nick's old one that sold on Bringer Trailer. And so it's now in the RCR universe. So it's gonna appear and reappear again and again. I'm thinking of trying out the Ioniq 6N, but the only internal combustion car I've owned is a Nissan Versa. Well, you're like Tony as well with the CVT and less than 100 horsepower. The Ioniq 6N will be pretty torquey. I don't like that they're, I mean, no, I think it's dumb. Now, if it's Stellantis and they're doing it with the Charger, like, it's like the automotive equivalent of the windmill with your dick, where it's woo, woo, woo. I must be really good at fucking because I can make my dick and balls go clockwise, oh, counterclockwise. So no, I think it's dumb. I like how my Kia, when I just step on it, it's just power. It's just a straight, and with that little tiny ee noise, I like that. Because it's honest. I hate dishonesty in cars. Also, thank you for the super chat, I appreciate it. When they get CV right, it will be the ultimate platform for turbo, guys. Ooh, here's a good question, Benny and the Jets. What advice would you give young, scared, in the closet, you, me, to get through the harder times? Your friends won't leave you. That's why I stayed in the closet. But I don't know if young Brian could accept that. Because young Brian grew up in the 90s where that was a reality, because young Brian also made fun of the few openly gay people at Blue Mountain High School in the 1990s. That's why I stayed in the closet, because that was the programming I got as a teenager during the Clinton years. If you're gay, it means you're alone. In a rural town. That's what I'd want to tell him, but the evidence that young Brian saw wouldn't mesh with those words. He would say, okay, you say that, but that's not what I see. All the few openly gay people sit alone at lunch. The few openly gay people sit alone at lunch and no one talks to them. How are you going to convince me to be out of the closet then? Right? Holy fucking hell, your answer hits way too close to home. Does it? Well, I guess my friend Jim Schulman said everybody who grows up gay has some flavor of trauma. So yeah. Dude, that's a guy with just 20 bucks says, is this good enough, question mark? Well, let's find out. Blue Mountain High School represent, like Blue Mountain High School, Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania. That was me, class of 2000. Do we have any pictures of the school? There it is. That was back, like, did you go to, oh, here we go. Black Rebel 1234 says, screw it, enjoy. Thank you for all the endless soundless entertainment. PA Dubber's video from a while ago is still hilarious. Well, thank you. So, okay. Okay, yes, we've reached the super chat goal. So thank you so much. What I want to do with your super chat money is finally getting back to streaming video games. And there is a video game that captured my interest recently that has given me a similar feeling to classic Counter-Strike through its vibes, but not quite its gameplay. And it's a game that some people wanted to curse before it came out because they stole some art, and eventually after a final lawsuit, I mean, they made good, they paid. It's Marathon. It also has ties to Marathon when I saw it in the 1990s, even though my Mac couldn't run it because my Mac wasn't strong enough. It didn't have enough RAM. So with your money, I'm gonna purchase Marathon on stream, probably tonight, download it, and then I'm gonna get the VTuber up and start streaming, hopefully with friends. So that's what I'm gonna use my money for. Thank you. And we'll probably do it here or on Twitch or something like that, probably here. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Maybe if I'm smart, I should just download it now. Get it downloaded now. Can you still do the fancy Dutchy and Cole Regions accents like you did in the fire truck review? And be regular B reviews of regular B reviews? What do you mean B reviews? Of yesteryear, I always enjoyed your voice acting reviews. Oh yeah, I mean, those are the accents I grew up around, so yeah. I've been watching RCR for 10 years and listening to your narration was my comfort content when I was deeply lonely and in the closet, much appreciated. Well, hey, ATAKER66, I appreciate that. Did you try CS2, Counter-Strike 2? I did. It didn't feel the same. It felt too fast, if that makes sense. It was too slick. I guess I liked it how it when the graphics were shit, and the physics were clunky, but the vibes were right. And what those vibes are, I can't quite articulate at this point, but there was a savage nature to it, what felt like you were discovering something new. Whereas GS2, the homegrown aesthetic was gone, and the money made it feel too perfect. Source was my shit when I was growing up. Kind of surprised by the hype for the Marathon reboot, but enjoying Helldivers 2 since hit Xbox. Mr. Regular, I don't play video games, but why is it taking forever to develop GTA 6? Don't know, don't care. I haven't cared about Grand Theft Auto since San Andreas. Can you be straight and drive a Nissan Cube? Yeah, cars are non-binary, so anybody can drive them. Am I the only person in the chat that doesn't care about GTA 6? I don't care about GTA 6. I think that type of game is no longer relevant. We're like, I get to be bad. Well, we live in a world that's just bad all the time. Why do I need to play a video game where everything's bad? Give me a game that has hope. Oh, look, it's my first GS500, the orange one, with the fairing and the chin spoiler. Aww. The funny thing about all these cars in the background is they're kind of all still here these days. Do you like pasty cymbals? I'm not a good enough drummer to have an opinion on cymbals. I lost faith in Rockstar after GTA 5. 4 was actually good though. Okay. Look it is, it's Hollywood Brian. Hollywood Brian needs alcohol, so Hollywood Brian is gonna be right back. Putting ice in my glass, 'cause I'm Hollywood Brian. I have an idea, Brian. Let's drink Fireball and try to talk for 4 hours. That's a great idea. Gay sex. I need a smoother liquor than Wild Turkey 101. Ah, Amaretto. Yeah. Little dash of Amaretto. And that's real peaty stuff up there. You know what? Let's go with Amaretto, a little bit of spicy rum, cool. To that, got some Diet Coke. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Amaretto and Bud Light, so you're taking Bud Light and putting it, actually, man. Just a shot of it for, you know what, hey, Amaretto and Diet Coke, not too bad. Name a better road trip car than the new Sienna with the reclining chairs option. I can't think of one unless we're talking about a Toyota. Look how thin I was in this picture. I'm wearing a woman's small. Look how fucking tight I am in that. This is 2013, 1 year before RCR. Dude, I was a freaking cross-country runner. That's how freaking rail thin I was. I'm wearing some vintage shirt, going to the soda pop stop, getting Mr. Cucumber, and actually talking to this guy. I don't know if this guy's still alive. Look how freaking thin I am. Shit. There's like nothing there. I met John Ness. There's John Ness. I'm running with Pete McClunkley 10K race. God damn. It's wild meeting that guy. And man, like I didn't weigh anything back then. All I did was run. It's nuts. I appreciate you being you, your weekend. Hope your weekend is incredible. Tomorrow's gonna be a fun day. A long time ago, you opined that you might film a video accompany for your onomatopic vocals for every indoor drumline performance ever. I really like your performance. I hope you do again. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, that. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. That'd be funny. 97 Jetta Trek says, I grew up in the back of a white wood grain 1983 Chevy Caprice Estate wagon. I missed that car. The dude was a plank. Thank you. Look at me. There's just not... Gosh. The hair, the everything. Like, I could just do sit-ups and push-ups. Okay, this picture here is where... This is my parents' house. This was the house I was born in. 9th and Palm, Huntington Beach, California. So I am a native Californian. I moved back to Pennsylvania when my parents were like 1. But that's their house that they had. They lived, and they told me that they wanted to move. They told me they lived in LA and didn't want to raise a kid in the city. And I get to Huntington Beach and like, this is fucking not LA. This is just a beach community with like dudes everywhere and like kind of douchebags, but yeah. That's James, and with a replica, yeah, I think it's a replica of a ghost trap. Good times. Yeah, 9th and Palm, where my parents lived. From California to Schuylkill County, why? Well, because my parents were from Schuylkill County. Like, my dad worked for Flight Safety, he sold aircraft simulators. And then they lived out there for a little bit, and then they moved home. So I never knew anything about California when I was a little kid. So yeah. So. I mean, it was like 163 or something like that. That was me. There was Corey Walton again, my old high school roommate. We were roommates in college, and we all shared a house in Kutztown. And all I wanted when I moved back from Alaska, so that's how you pronounce and write Schuylkill County? Schuylkill. Yeah, it's 2 syllables. Schuylkill. 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 A flat tax is fair. No, Taylor Swift does write her own song. Like, I was laughing at all these old merry-go-round horses. Tell your mother that my prostate is fine. This is funny. I'm saving this picture and posting it with nothing on Instagram later. Tyler Grimm. When I lived in Alaska, all I wanted to do, and what weirdly I hung on to, was going to Knoebels when I got back. I would listen to Steely Dan and think about Knoebels, the amusement resort. That's all I wanted to do. Do I have Alaska pictures in here? I guess not. See, now we're into like RCR photos. Oh, look, this was, and I blurred his face out, how nice of me. When I moved back from Alaska, I went searching for an AW11, and I found one, but it was beat, it was tired. He didn't even have the airbox here. It was missing its O2 sensor, it ran like shit. It was rusty, it was disgusting. It had some weird shift knob there. A lot of rust, a lot of rust. Terrible. I didn't buy it. The guy wanted $1,000 and I didn't even want to pay him that. Good God, someone took a bite from that thing. Yeah, it did. That was a rough MR2. Okay, here's some Alaska pictures. Oh, there's my Silverwing that I had. I wasn't able to flip it. I wasn't able to flip it. I liked it though. Actually, no, I didn't. I tried to flip it. I learned how to fix it. Got it running. I think I even got some decent tires on it. It was nice. No, it wasn't. It had aftermarket exhaust on it. Oh, that was me doing base gaskets and head gaskets on my motorcycle at the time. My good one, the Suzuki GS500. Yeah, I should have cleaned those pistons off, but I didn't. Because I was scared to take them out. I just put them back in again. They were some rough pistons. Neil says, looks like you had a head gasket blown, water in the cylinders on the left there. Soak it and clean them gently. Yeah. But I didn't. I put them back in. It ran fine. Guy Yoshi says, I would love to visit Alaska sometime and just kind of drive the call all the way to the northernmost point. No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. It's not what you think it is. You think it's like driving through the Midwest? It's not. I painted a picture on the back of my Corvette so I could look at the back of my Corvette while I look at the back of my Corvette. When are key tags coming back? Not a car key tag for my electric motor brown key tag, zipper pull. Are the key tags ever coming back as official merch? If I can find a supplier, then yeah. Look at me, that's clean shaven me. These are some pictures with Corey's camera. So these pictures are just me taking pictures of stuff when I was a student teacher. Yep, there's me as a student teacher. There's a broken down barn that's fallen apart. And then Merry Christmas from the Cresona Mall. I think I was, and then here we are in Alaska, the watershed moment, when I leave Schuylkill County for the second time. But I want to experience it despite how bad it might be. Okay, you need to talk to more people who have done this, because you say you're going to ride the whole length of Alaska. That means you're going to go from like Flagstaff to like Seattle on back roads. It's going to take you a long time, and half of it's going to be dirt. And there's a real chance you could die of exposure. So Alaska is no joke. That's why they call it they call it the last frontier for a reason. Was that barn that was burning, crumbling, driving to Bill's Produce? No, that was on Schuylkill Mountain Road, but it's not far from Bill's Produce. I swear that barn looks familiar. It fell down, it fully fell down in like 2012 or something like that. Do you still like listening to the live ATC feed of the airport in Anchorage? Well, no, not that I didn't. When I lived in Alaska, I would after a while when I really was ready to go home. This is another picture from Anchorage as we were like buying a whole lot of food. Are you also driving through the lower 48? I don't think, oh, there's people talking to each other. Do the roads in northern Quebec in the summer. Even the Gears and Gasoline guys had trouble navigating northern parts of Alaska. Yeah, because Alaska, anything that's not Anchorage or Fairbanks or Alyeska or even Juneau, you can't drive to Juneau, you can't drive the capital, you gotta take a plane or a boat. It's a different world. Is that a Pilatus? Yes, it is. That was the luxury way of getting around Alaska. Got to ride on one like 2 or 3 times. when I was a teacher up there. That was the luxury. Notice that the tarmac is just covered in ice. Fuck it. And me just taking a picture of the, yeah, frost and ice on the inside of the classroom door window, outside temperatures 0. 0 before wind chill. Just some old boats up on blocks around in my village. Some busted old Honda 3-wheelers just pulled for parts. Me posing on one of them in the brush before the snow came down. Yeah. I just saw broken down pieces of, like, if you ask me what Alaska is, nacho cheese sauce, 6 pounds. If you ask me what Alaska looks like, it looks like this. U.S. Government, Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration. It's stuff like this. Just, you know, a bunch of old cars. Just, I don't want to say like garbage, but stuff doesn't leave. It just sort of sits and rots. So when you asked, when I listened to ATC, this is when we took the students from the village into Anchorage for a little bit. There was a house that was used by a bunch of teachers as sort of like an office, and I think there was one guy living there. And my lodgings for that night was my laptop and an inflatable mattress and not enough blankets. That was it. And I would spend my time talking to my friend Z. And if you look in this picture, off to the left there, gosh, it's almost 11 p.m. If you look at the picture off to the left here, you're gonna see a happy light. One of those UV lights for the wintertime that's supposed to give you UV rays and help with your seasonal depression, which was real. But I guess the difference for me was that I knew I was leaving, whereas these people were dug in permanently and living there. Here's my old boots with the strap-on ice cleats. These are ones I don't like. Those little 1, 2, 3, 6 ice cleats, they're not enough. The ones that are X's and cross and give you more traction, those are the ones you want. Have you ever used a Commodore 64, asks Melinda Kuhn. No, I haven't. I see a tube of KY and a sock. Yeah, I'm sure you do. It's just a longer picture of cars driving on a road. This is a very nice, pretty picture of a park. And when I had time off, I would just walk around the suburbs of Anchorage. Just anything not to be sit still. Catfish Bione Game says, and I apologize that I put the camera over there instead of here. I should have really put it here. I had a friend in Nebraska who upped and left for Alaska right after getting married fresh out of high school. Interesting. In fact, for the last bit of this live stream, yeah, I'm gonna move this camera. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit better. So you can see my trash can. That's right there. Yo, Strong Bad shirt. Yeah, 2003. I bought this from the Homestar Runner website in 2003. And somewhere in this house is still the decals, not stickers, decals of Strong Bad. Can you identify the coolest wagons, maybe? We need to bring back wagons. Funny you mention wagons. I think our next big giveaway car is going to be our first wagon. Do you like knickknacks? You mean like tchotchkes? Not really. Okay, this is an important picture. Hope you have fun with Marathon. Did you ever get to play any of Bungie's other games? Apart from Halo, no. This picture says getting food and supplies from home. This was a really happy day for me when I lived in Alaska. I'm just getting like tang and chocolates and mashed potatoes and all sorts of fun stuff. You see my feet are curling down there. I was in heaven at this point. I even remember that linoleum floor and that fridge and the couch. This was the faculty room. I got Beano. I have never been more happy to get groceries because I was isolated in a very small fishing village called Ikagik that I still have dreams about being there. Good dreams, don't worry about it. This day was when it was 12 degrees air temperature, but with the wind was at 20 miles an hour and it was maritime wind. It was a new type of cold that I experienced. And this is a picture I throw around a lot. School was never canceled. That's me. It is snowing. There is snow drifts. I'm standing on top of a frozen snowdrift with my blazer, my tie, and waders on. School is not canceled. Is Arizona too hot for you? Yes. Yes, it is. Not a fan. I like a humid heat, to be honest. Dry heat feels weird to me. This was my lead teacher, Mr. Johnson's car, a 1984 Ford Bronco. Hell yeah. He had this car shipped in, this little beater car, and we were just out romping around. I had video of us driving around. I wonder what happened to Mr. Johnson. I have his old phone number on like an old slidey phone. I'd like to just go and have lunch with this guy. He was sort of my anchor the entire time. I wonder what even happened to the students I taught. I don't have any pictures of them. I think I had to blur them out. Broncos, overrated. The classic one, humid heat. Dare you to try Tokyo in July. Okay, I will. Or Houston in July. Okay. All right, there is a limit to humid heat. I have experienced Atlanta in August. Right? Okay. That was too humid. Atlanta, hotter than Florida, even though it's northern. I go outside of my hotel. This was during Nick and I's, when we took our road trip that was called the Southern Stab. "90 degrees and the sun is down." That was rough. Oh God. I hope Mr. Johnson is doing great. I hope so too. He no longer lives in Alaska. This is us driving through the tundra on four-wheelers to this little place called Coffee Point. The postmaster let me ride his four-wheeler out there, his Honda. And off we went. That was a wild, wild day. I was on a different planet then. Oh, an Entenmann's honey bun. Just these little things meant a world to me. I would save them for Saturday mornings and just have that with my coffee. I needed these to have a moment of home in that eternally cold land of rural Alaska. It's very beautiful, but very harsh. And then the sun didn't stop going down. Did you ever see any LGBTQ people in Alaska, says Guy Yoshi? No. I was the only gay person in my village. That was a reason I didn't want to go back. I would be a freak. There was only one black person in the village, and he was known as the black guy. Working at a dealership shop with no AC and 105 was ass. Oh, that sounds like ass. Yeah, it's 9:10 p.m. and still light out. Yeah. Yeah. I look pretty good in that picture. Staring into the sun there. Wearing my overalls and a hoodie. I still have that hoodie. I wear it. Lost that hat and the sunglasses. Those sunglasses were one of the old sunglasses from the 80s that said turbo on its side. This was me just sitting in like old stuff. This was a weird vehicle that I saw. I think someone built this. This was an odd snow contraption. I think there was like a little engine in the back that had like a propeller on it. Someone made this crazy ski machine. I know this is funny that I said, hey, look, this thing, a Comet is $5, but don't worry, inflation finally caught up to this stuff. Can of soup, $3. Yeah. Jar of jelly, $6.50. Yeah, don't worry. 6-pack of TP, $10. Jug of grape juice, $16. Yeah, don't worry. We finally reached that. Gays need a 5B or warmer climate to survive. I suppose so. I want sunlight at midnight, says Bat Potatoes. You know, you say you do until you get it. And then just got in, Alaska trip or something? No, no, Urek. We are looking at pictures from when I lived in Alaska. I think we are flying here in a Piper Navajo. This one was a real workhorse. It was loaded to the brim with students and luggage and flying to a different place, approaching a place called New Halen, Alaska. Yeah, okay, that was me. Okay, no, this was a different picture. This might have been me going home. No, wait, this was us going back to Igagik. See, there's my glasses. Look at them. They say turbo on the side. It's freaking awesome. And I got to sit in the front with Howard Clark, with my David Clarks. And I'm wearing, look at this. I'm wearing a blazer, a corduroy blazer, which I still have. There's an oxygen mask behind me. I'm wearing a corduroy blazer, a button-down shirt, and overalls at the same time. Alaska. And that's a bush pilot right there. He's got his bows, he's got his sweater cardigan, he's got his autopilot set. He's just logging the miles. Was Turbo a brand? I don't know. I've led an interesting life. Yeah, it's been an interesting life. Oh, this was a care package when I lived in Alaska. That's a little table there in the faculty room. That was also my kitchen. From my friend Neil Roberts. He wanted to send, I asked him for a care package. He thankfully gave me, I said, give me cereal and give me Beano. Because I farted so much, my room started I needed fiber and I needed Beano. Because my farts were atrocious. And I think like plums, anything to loosen my bowels. So he gave me some fiber, he got me Cheerios, he gave me some wasabi peas, yogurt raisins. This was great. Thank you, Neil. And I sent him some salmon back. Yep, some pickled salmon. Saute it up, put it on a bagel, nothing better. That's where I lived. That's where that was my village, and I lived in the school, which is all the way up there. Nick says mean farts. Code brown much? That was a little cup. That was my coffee cup. And that was that Entenmann's honey bun from before. I made a post telling Corey, my friend Corey, it's honey bun time. You sent me this honey bun a month ago and today's the day. Imagine living in a little village where one honey bun is what you're looking for. You're saving it for a month. I probably wrote it on my calendar. Today's honey bun day. I get to eat a honey bun. Yep. Jared says, I'm out for the night. Glad I could catch the stream. Looking back to the new vids every Monday. Yep, we got a new vid. It's already scheduled, ready to come out. It's an expensive Prius. And that's your hint. It's a very expensive Prius. Entenmann's honey bun is that golden coil. Mug says mud, sunglasses that say sunglasses. Lots of rumors that Alaska was getting a Taco Bell. Ended up just a rumor and people in Alaska were pissed. Hey, when you want that Taco Bell to hit, you want it to hit, don't you? That's a sunset at 10:30 p.m. It's not a bad picture, isn't it? You know, when you look at Alaska for pictures. Okay, this was an earlier picture. This is me on one of my... Actually, no, this was probably later on that I think we were riding around. Yeah. I blurred out his face because he was underage. You know, as a student. Don't post pictures of your students. But this is one of my students. This was me just hanging onto the cargo rack of the back of his four-wheeler. We had a rule in Lake and Peninsula School District, and it's a real rule that existed in the student handbook, so it was written down. When you take students away from the school, one of them must be armed with nothing less than a .45, because bears are real and they don't give a shit. So look at his hip. He's got a leg holster with, I don't know what, probably some version of a Glock with his .45 and an extra mag. If a bear wants you, it ain't stopping. You need something that's gonna punch, that's gonna hit hard. They say nothing less than a .45. No 38s. And we're riding away from the school for some reason. So, and I'm wearing my old ski jacket. I'm wearing a ski jacket and a jumper underneath, man, because that wind is something fierce. Damn, did you ever have any bear encounters? No, we didn't have any bear encounter. Okay, there was a bear incident in the school where a bear came out of hibernation, was roaming around the village. At that time, no one was allowed to walk to school. You had to be in a car or on a snowmobile or on a four-wheeler. And later on, they sent, I believe, a guy named Eddie Clark to go up and in his Piper Super Cub, and he had a friend with him. I swear to God, it probably was a shotgun. I wanted to say he had an MP5, but no, he was probably up there with just a shotgun looking for him. And they found the bear. They didn't shoot him from the sky. I think they just said where he was. Some guys went out on four-wheelers, ran him down, and just pumped him full of a bunch of slugs. And that was the end of it. Obviously, a gun would be ideal, worst case scenario, but does bear spray actually work, says Stevie Ray. Bear spray works, yes, but it's also still spray, and if there is a breeze at all, the breeze gets a vote. What the fuck, bro? Alaska is a whole different world. Yeah, it's barely America. It's its own thing. In the same, like, as much as Texas likes to say it's its own country, Texas has nothing on Alaska. So this is one of the last days of school before I went home. We had a fun day where we went out and shot each other with paintballs. I love that day. I really wanted to nail Mr. Johnson, and I didn't get him. He got me right in the face. We didn't have a whole lot of CO2, and we didn't have a whole lot of paintballs. So we were like, we would play an entire game, and I think we only had 20 paintballs each, so you had to be tactical. So there was a lot of maneuvering going on. There he is. Mr. Johnson got me. He got me right in the visor. Boom. It was fun, though. It was a fun way to play paintball, where you're not just like spraying each other. You have limited paintballs and limited air. That was good stuff. Looks like a Tippmann 98 Custom. It's probably the LS engine of paintball guns. Yeah, I think we all had yep, well, there it is. Yeah, it says Tippmann. Oh, I clicked the way I dad clicked. You know, it's 11 p.m. We should probably wrap this up. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for all those super chats. We're going to be able to get the VR rig going. This was a warm day, I think. Oh, look, it's going to take forever to load. Tipman also makes sewing machines. I didn't know that. Well, thank you so much for the super chats. I'm going to use your money after this. I'm going to go on Steam and buy a copy of Marathon. And we're going to have some video game content. There it is. Going from 45s to bears to saying you shot each other was a good transition. Yeah. This was, okay, you want to talk about the LS of Alaska? It's the Honda Rancher. This was the go-to. If you didn't know what type of four-wheeler to get a Rancher. Just get this. I got to borrow it for some time. Yeah, it's a Honda 450 Rancher. Yeah. My stuff that I wrote that is, my supervising teacher let me borrow his 450 Honda Rancher to check out a barge moored up in Iggy stock. The barge was cool, but I had more fun riding there. Yeah, this is one of the few times I was able to grab a bike and ride around. It's like, hell yeah. And it was warm enough that day that I could ride in just my blazer and a shirt. I had a pitch out of my camera. I put on my ski goggles just to have some wind protection. It was great. What bands do I like? My favorite band, oh gosh. What bands do I like? Well, I like ska music. I like the War on Drugs. I like the Slackers. I like the Bleachers. I like a lot of bands that start with the definite article. Yeah. Look at it, it's young me with hair. Realizing that I am drinking out of the same type of coffee mug that Bill Murray drank out of in Groundhog Day. It's probably just some food service mug. But that was my mug. That was my coffee mug. Good stuff. Lee Mundit 25, fellow Pennsylvanian, there's a bar here where more people take their four-wheelers and tractors there on cars. Yeah, what do you live in, Perry County? Looking at my signed Slackers posters right now. You got a signed, you got a picture from Vic Ruggiero? Awesome. I'm just gonna send a text to Freddie, to Tavares. Miss you. Nah, it's some Carmen County shit, yeah. Who do I don't say hi to enough anymore on Facebook chats? I didn't talk enough about Alaska, but Matto is always on these things. Do you ever have a desire to move? No, Stevie Ray. I'm happy where I am in the Philly suburbs now. It's different than rural Pennsylvania. I can be gay and no one cares anymore. So, yeah. I'm happy in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. It's better than Schuylkill. It's more expensive, but I don't feel alone. I don't feel the crushing sameness. That's what I feel. These are some old chats right here. Caswell Parker. Mr. Regular, have you ever heard of the game Car Dealer Simulator? No. Pretty fun and updated often. Interesting. I'm going to send something to Matt Happel that just says poop science. I also love to watch Mr. Regular play My Summer Car. Well, I did stream My Summer Car and then I got frustrated with it and I didn't play My Summer Car again. I suppose that's everybody's My Summer Car experience. What's your thought on Route 66? I think it's the oh, a super chat, thank you. I think Route 66 is the, like, automotive equivalent of the Brian Setzer Orchestra. I don't have any immediate it's not nostalgic to me because I never experienced it. I get it, it's a historic American highway, but I don't know if these days if it's anything more than a bunch of tourist traps. Baked Bat Potato says, I like how you have to pick between the cost of living and having neighbors that don't want you dead. Hey, we're in the regressive 20s and that's the deal. That's the rules of what we're playing right now. Kukma says, just wanted to thank you for helping me decide on a 2016 Honda Fit. Very cool. Couldn't love her more, and your video helped me starting to look into Fits. Great car. Fantastic, you're gonna love it. Charlie put Sam Denman, I haven't seen him in forever. Tom Mansell, Skookle Stories. Alex Linder, Parts Network Online. Andrew Howell. There's a friend of Freddie's. Haven't seen him in forever. Phil Hyun, aka Phil Everybody. Greg's wife, Angie. ATL JDM when I got my Sarah. Facebook sometimes is like it's like you're going down memory lane. Hey, there's Tyler Scott Grimm. You're online? You exist. Tyler. I wonder if he'll respond. He says he's active now. I wonder if he says something. Oh my God, Tyler's responding. I literally was looking at our old Knobles photos. Currently live deep in red state. My wife and I are wanting to move to a blue state, just not which sure state yet. Deep in a red state. Come to Philly. Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. Let's watch that. Let me mute this. Let me mute our music. Wait, let me sing you the song of my people now. Even though I'm not really from Philadelphia, it is now my adopted city. So I will die for my country, Philadelphia. Watched it. Name me a better fight song. Fuck you. Do I have time for a call? Yes, I do. Okay, guys. Yes, I do in like a moment. Okay, Tyler Grimm wants to call me. I want to call him. I want to talk to my old friend, and we're going to end this stream. I mean, how blue is Philly still, though? Very blue. Like, we have one of the best neighborhoods in the country. Philly is like working class, blue collar. No one gives a shit if you're gay or whatever. Philly rules, dude. Everybody sleeps on. It is dangerous. We do have a lot of crime, but it's never boring. Yeah. Okay. I'm in Tennessee and I like to try either PA or Maine one day. Those are very different blue places. Something Appalachian. Okay. Philly isn't Appalachian. We are the Atlantic coastal plain. It is not Appalachian. This is flat land. All right. Eagles, Finance Bird collab. I would love to wear remote to a fucking Eagles game. All right. Liam Mutt 25 says, just want to toss in money. Thank you so much. Looking forward to gaming content too. Love it. Love it. Okay, my friend Tyler is one. I got to catch up with my old friend. We're going to end this. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for liking regular car reviews. And in the spirit of an adopted Philadelphian, go